Yeah, yeah. Listen up. It's B-Eazy Dat Dude, the great. He ain't fake, he one of the real guys. Spitting fire every stream. You been late to the party, now it's time to realize. From Pittsburgh to around the world, yeah, the flow is elite. Every beat that he slide on turns into straight heat. Came up from the grind, selling box on a laptop, running up a bag, feel like he hit the jackpot. Got the luxury visions, ambition vivid, never bluff. Person's progress, persevere when the going gets tough. B-Eazy Dat Dude, got stripes in the game. Every rhyme, every line, they gon' remember the name. From the streets to the stage, the energy don't fade. Legend in the making, yeah, history's what he's laid. Mic in his hand, heart in the flow and soul on every beat. Dropping knowledge, power, bravado, his legacy complete. Hustle, amplified, lyrics electrified, that's the truth. Be-Eazy Dat Dude, established with certified proof. Feel the bass, feel the vibe, let it ride through the crowd. All the words, every hook, man, he keeps making us proud. King of his lane, rising above every feud. All hail the one and only, one and only, one and only. Be-Eazy Dat Dude. Yeah. Yeah.
Turn your radios up. Turn your radios up. Y'all know what this is. Y'all know who this is. B-Eazy Dat Dude, an impromptu stream back with another one. This one is gonna be a banger. It's gonna be a doozy. Now, I won't be here for a long time, but I will be here for a strong time. So I don't like to keep y'all waiting. Before we get this thing started, you know, I gotta hit ya.
If you know the song, sing along. Yeah, you're right.
私も地元民。と言っても実は世代です。もう友達できたの？うん。ぶったファンのこっち見ろ。
Look, this promethazine got me leaning like a cholo in the club. I'm 20 deep. I don't be riding solo. Pull some bad bitches, they vanilla and cocoa. They wanna take some photos when we kick it out in Soho. Chicks are showing tits and popping pussy for my promo. Told them like juvenile, baby, move it for me slow-mo. Then I'm right back to the block, cause I keep getting moto. I be flipping, not shrinking. I don't give a fuck about This nigga name ain't D-Lo, but pimpin' these bitches and stacking this bread forever be my stilo. This is B-Eazy Dat Dude in the trap making pass smooth. If I ever go broke, then I'm about to pull a jack move. Since a nigga healthy, I don't even gotta worry. With my bitch from Fiji, eating tandoori and chicken curry. That ism is really in me. My pimp game international. I design my own clothes, so I be always looking fashionable. Here's a couple facts about me that y'all didn't know. Some of y'all be getting bread, but I be getting bigger, dawg. I got bigger guns and a whole lot of bad.
And we are activated. And like I said, I'm not going to be here for a long time, but I will be here for a strong time. I would be remiss if I didn't give these shout outs to the illustrious guests. We got none other than Mr. Best, the intellectual soapbox. We got Sincere Saida, and we got the Florida fam, and of course, the lovely Jackie Gaines in the building. So let's just get straight into it. What's up, Jackie? Happy TGIF. Sincere over there cooking, don't hurt him too hard. And sunlight from the Sunshine State shining brighter than a diamond. So we gonna get right into it. So what is with all the hate that we receive. And now we used to it, right? We get hate from sometimes people that look like us, people that don't look like us, you know, anti-Black Latinos, anti-white people. But now we got the Asians coming for us. Now I'm not shocked, but sometimes people think that, hey, why do you only call out this demographic and not that demographic? No, we call them all out. I'm an equal opportunity smoke giver. So like I said, I ain't gonna be here for a long time, but it will be a strong time. So let's just get right into it. Let me give you a quick overview. There's this Asian comedian who is anti-Black. He persistently makes these disgusting jokes about Black people. It's his bigotry masked as it's just jokes, bro. Well, make jokes about your own community. One thing about the Black community, we, you know, joke on other people, but we joke about each other even more. Where is his Asian jokes? Where is his white jokes? It's white people who colonized, subjugated, and buck broke people in his homeland, which is why he had to flee here to make jokes like this. Look, this is not about being sensitive or anything like that. It's just say it with your chest. I don't like people that espouse bigoted views and just say, it's just a joke, bro. Well, let me hear the bigoted jokes that you have towards your community. You look at someone like Dave Chappelle will clown on everyone. But you look at the Dave Chappelle show, most of the stereotypical racist tropes that he had was against his own community. But people laughed anyways because they didn't see it as vitriolic or animosity. This dude has a history of disgusting anti-Black, promulgation. So let's just get right into the video and we'll break it down.
With ICE is that they're going after every minority group except Black people. I mean, you're trying to reduce crime. You can just give them more room to breathe. My only problem with ICE is that they're going after every minority group except Black people.
The Stop Asian Hate bill was symbolic anyway, so I guess we can bring it back. If you know anything about Hans Kim, you're not surprised. This is the same man who made this comment about the Little Mermaid.
Come back to America and what do I see? Black Little Mermaid. One of the races that are known for being one of the worst at swimming.
This is the same man that ranked his least favorite
And this
racial
the
groups
thing.
or ethnic groups.
Number one, least.
And don't trip, I'm gonna rewind it back. This is the thing. If you're gonna be racist, I don't mind vile, disgusting racist jokes because that's what we came up on. I came up in the era of that. But you can make a racist or let's just say a racial joke and not be racist, i.e. people like George Carlin, Richard Pryor, they may say some racial insensitive things, but no one saw those people as racist, because they were able to ingratiate themselves with the communities that they were ridiculing. This dude railing against Black people, but he's buck broken by white people, the people who made it so that he had to flee his homeland. But who is he coming over here ragging on? Show me his bigoted jokes towards white people. You won't find any. Why is that?
I mean, you're trying to reduce crime. You can just give them more room to breathe. My only problem with ICE is that they're going after every minority group except Black people.
The Stop Asian Hate bill was symbolic anyway, so I guess we can bring it back. If you know anything about Hans Kim.
And this proves what we talked about. They want to try to equate foundational Black Americans to immigrants. And this is what he said, his only problem with ICE, right? So he doesn't mind the deportations, right? Just like many Latinos, this is what they voted for. I will vote for Donald Trump. This is what they wanted. They just thought, oh, I thought he was going to get those people. Nah, he's coming after your people. And what this dude says, oh, look, my only issue with ICE, he doesn't care about the deportations. He just wants them to deport Black people. Well, newsflash, bucko, we're not immigrants. No matter how much people try to rephrase and remix the definitions matter until you want to try to conflate Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, with immigrants. Under no definition could you call us immigrants, and then people get salty. No. You were forced immigrants. You were involuntary immigrants. It doesn't even make sense. The whole point of immigration is to have a autonomous and voluntary choice, not forcible, right? If you go to China right now, kidnap a little girl, you bring her over here, sexually assault her over and over and over, and she pops out a bunch of babies. And then in 20 years, you're going to say that they immigrated here? That would be idiotic. You know that's not the truth. Kidnapping is not immigration. Hostage taking is not immigration. Forcefully chaining someone and saying, here, we're going to take you to this land to work for free is not immigration. There's no definition that you can find, but people just keep trying to remix it. Yeah, it still is immigration. It's forced immigration. No, definitions matter.
That they're going after every minority group except Black people.
The Stop Asian Hate bill was symbolic anyway, so I guess we can bring it back. If you know anything about Hans Kim, you're not surprised.
And the Stop Asian Hate bill wasn't symbolic. They got tangible resources, and it actually was called the C-19 hate crime bill, which was supposed to be an all lives matter bill, but it turned out to be specifically for Asians. They specifically mentioned and denounced Asian hate over 14 times. They didn't mention Black people, white people, or no other demographic but Asians. So that doesn't seem like a symbolic gesture. That seems like symbolic plus tangibles, because they got millions and millions and millions because they were allegedly targets of Asian hate. So they doled out a bunch of checks. So it wasn't just symbolic, it was tangible as well.
This is the same man who made this comment about the Little Mermaid.
Come back to America, and what do I see? Black Little Mermaid. One of the races that are known for being one of the worst at swimming.
This is the same man that ranked his least favorite racial groups or ethnic groups.
Number 1, least favorite minority group, according to Hans Kim, is
the Blacks.
At some point, I think you...
And people start laughing. How is that funny for him to say that his least favorite group is the Blacks? That's fine that he doesn't like us, and that's okay. But then why are you turning around and saying the Blacks don't like us? They hate us. Like, you just said that you hate the Black people. So if they sense that energy and they want to give you some smoke and you say something foul and somebody checks your chin, then suddenly that's Asian hate. How is it Asian hate when they just matching the same energy? Same energy, same logic. The logic is you hate me. All right, fine. I hate you too. You know what I mean? You don't want to be around me. I don't want to be around you. You disrespect me. I disrespect you. I mean, that's the same energy. So he wants to go around disrespecting Black people, saying all this disgusting stuff. And when somebody steps to him, I'm a victim. Stop Asian. Hey, well, stop Black bigotry. How about that?
Ranked his least favorite racial groups or ethnic groups.
Number 1, least favorite minority group, according to Hans Kim, is
the Blacks.
At some point, I think you just hate Black people. You might be wondering, why would someone do this? Especially since a lot of these jokes are very tired. You know, we heard them in the early 2000s. You might be wondering, like, well, why are we still doing this in this day and age? And I mean, he might actually like hate Black people. I'm assuming at this point he does, because that's just his material over the same years. He makes $300,000 a year, maybe more now, to say these mediocre racist jokes.
Make like 300K, so 30 weekends.
Dude, that's insane.
So the theme of people of color aligning themselves with whiteness can lead to capitalistic gains, which we've talked about.
Here we go again. Did y'all catch how he snuck that in? He's talking about people of color. Huh? Where's the color? Now look at this dude right here, right? This dude is considered a person of color. How many white people do you know with this same complexion They call white people the palm colored people. Doesn't this dude look palm colored? Does he look yellow? So what color is he actually, right? We were the only groups over here labeled as colored. All of these other groups, once they got called colored, they say, hey, I know black. Don't call me colored. Classify me as white or classify me as a model minority, i.e. not black. So this is why that term people of color is so goofy and is so offensive, because it's nebulous. It doesn't mean anything. And it's just a term for people to tether and leech onto. Does this dude look like a person of color to you? And if he does, what color is he? Right? Because most black people, they claim black as their ethnicity, but their skin tone is actually not black. Most black people are brown or lighter, which is why you have terms like red bone. But here you have this dude saying that he's a person of color. Yet no one knows what color he is. People just throw that term out there loosely. Okay, fine. He looks like a person of no color to me. You can see this dude, right? And then compare him to the dude on the right-hand side. That would be considered a melanated person of color. Then look on the left side, an Asian dude calling himself a person of color, but no one knows what color he is. Okay, let's run that back.
He might actually like hate black people. I'm assuming at this point he does, because that's just his material over the same years. He makes $300,000 a year, maybe more now, to say these mediocre racist jokes.
Make like 300K, so 30 weekends.
Dude, that's insane.
So the theme of people of color aligning themselves with whiteness can lead to capitalistic gains, which we've talked about over and over. It's true. And you see these sellouts, you see these creators who sell out and pander to white people, and you wonder why. There's money to be made for them. And I've said it before on this channel many times that I find comedians who make these types of very shallow, tired, racist jokes are not actually comedians. They are not talented enough to be comedians. But his main venues are all small towns and small cities, and those make racist white people laugh the most. And you can see it in all the videos. Who's chuckling the most? It's the racist white people. Besides the obvious, don't make racist jokes. The only thing I want to leave Asian Americans, especially Asian American creators, if you're talking about topics, think before you drag another group in. Is it really relevant to the point I'm making? You know, we have our own issues, the model minority myth, the pandering to whiteness. Like, we have a lot of those issues that you can talk without actually dragging anyone else in or dragging someone else down. And that's the thing that I think a lot of Asian creators need to like be more cautious about. Do you really need to bring up another community to make your point? Because I think that's where a lot of us get into trouble. So hopefully we can do better.
Yes, they do, because their success is always juxtaposed against the black community. That's why many Asians allow themselves to be called a model minority, which is extremely offensive. It's saying, hey, look, these people are what we deem to be obedient and subservient. And many Asians was like, yes, massa, we are the model minorities. However you want us to act on the straight and narrow, we'll do that just for you, because we're not like those blacks. Huh? Like, no, that model minority moniker, that wasn't a compliment. All it was to crap on the blacks and create a buffer group in a caste system, which you guys subscribe to. Many people are okay with whites at the top and everyone else beneath them as long as they're above the blacks. So Asians love to talk about they're the model minority and they're so smart. So why don't the next 20 years of presidents be Asian then, since they have such superior culture and they're so smart? But no, the white people don't even want them running their companies, right? Look at the Asian CEOs. They're so smart with such a superior culture, But then when you look at the amount of CEOs, they're underrepresented. And guess who they blame for that? BLM and George Floyd. Like, huh? You didn't get into Harvard because of George Floyd? No, the people who didn't let you get into Harvard, which Asians are what, like 7% of the population? They're over 20% of the Harvard enrollment. So well, disproportionately represented. But they want to be even higher than that. And they're blaming black people for saying because they didn't get in. Y'all can get into any other school. It doesn't have to be Harvard. It could be Cornell, Brown, UCLA, Michigan, Texas, Alabama. They can get into all these schools, but they want to have proximity to whiteness, and their prestige is based on their proximity to whiteness. Aren't you proud to be Asian, right? You got a high GPA. You say you have superior culture. Why do you need to be so close to kissing white mommy and daddy booty? Quite pathetic, if you ask me.
You can talk without actually dragging anyone else in or dragging someone else down. And that's the thing that I think a lot of Asian creators need to like be more cautious about. Do you really need to bring up another community to make your point? Because I think that's where a lot of us get into trouble. So hopefully we can do better. And to Han Kim's, you need to fucking grow up. It's gross. Like, how long are you going to be dancing for these white people?
And this is exactly why black people stepped away from this fight, because at the end of the day, you can say that these are dark humor jokes all you want, but the truth is, every joke has a bit of the truth in it. And the fact that he said they're not going after black people shows us not exactly that they're not going after black people, but he wants them to harm black people. He wants them to solely focus on black people. The problem with this administration is that even though black people blatantly said that they will go after all of you guys if you guys vote for this, right? People didn't believe it because black people have been the sole target for so many years, and they were absolutely ecstatic for black people to get something negative from this administration, not realizing that their oppression is tied into ours. So the truth is that even when people don't support ICE, right, their support solely comes from their group of people being hurt, not the fact that it's hurting everybody else. They would be perfectly fine if black people were the sole targets. So many people would be perfectly fine if black Americans were the sole target of ICE assaults and violence.
All right, folks, these jokes of this Asian comedian isn't that funny.
Salute to bro. If y'all want to watch this uninterrupted, you can go to his channel. Let me see what his channel is. I'm going to fast forward this commentary just because I won't be here for a long time, but a strong time. But this channel is called Fikazo. It appears that this is a African brother. The video is titled Asian American Comedian Came for Black Americans with Wild Deportation Rant. So let me fast forward this commentary because I'm giving my own, and we back into it.
Asians talk about hate crimes or fetishization, which are acts of blatant white supremacy. Someone's always like, oh, but it was black people who committed the most crimes against Asians. Actually, no, statistically, you're just wrong. It was a white person who walked into the Atlanta.
So here we have an Asian woman, and shout out to her, and she grew up around the blacks. But here we have an Asian woman saying that no, when y'all was talking about that stop Asian hate and y'all were blaming black people, most of the crimes were committed by white people. And this is where they like to play these word games. They were saying Asian hate crimes, and then when you get to the nitty gritty, they start talking about hate incidents. So was it a crime or was it an incident, right? So people were conflating hate crimes and hate incidents, and most of the hate crimes were committed by white people. And then in New York, you know what they always say, New York is a city of immigrants built by immigrants. So most of those people who were committing harm to Asians were immigrants. And if they happened to be melanated, then that fell on, see, this is the blacks and this is black culture. But hold on, that was a black Dominican or a black Jamaican or a black person from Senegal. Well, all you niggas black, so y'all all the same. No, actually, we're not, right? Because because they don't want to lump all Asians together as the same. But once they see a melanated face, they don't even know if this person is black. Many of those people identify as Hispanic, Caribbean, or some other ethnicity. But if their skin is dark enough up, well, it was the blacks, and blacks were harming Asians. And then when you look at the number, guess who was the leading victim of hate crimes the year that they passed to stop Asian hate? It was black people. So black people suffered the most from hate crimes. And then they doled out millions to the Asian community. Not only that, there weren't a bunch of Asians demonizing white people, even though they were the number one perpetrators of crimes against them. How pathetic and cowardly could you be? In San Francisco, there were two black girls. They were arguing with some Asian chick, told her, hey, if you don't like it here, go back to China. That's a hate crime. Is it though? I mean, you don't have to like it. How many times have we been told to go back to Africa? I've never been to Africa and probably never will go. No one in my family is from Africa, and most of them have never been. So where are you talking about go back to? But we've heard that, since I was a kid. It wasn't considered a hate crime or a hate incident. Just get over it. Why are y'all being so sensitive? Okay, fine. I'll get over it. They keep saying African this, sub-Saharan this. Fine, I'll get over it. But why can't they get over Kung Flu? I mean, what's worse? Someone being called a nigger or someone saying they have the Kung Flu? Oh, get over being called a nigger, but Kung Flu, oh my God, you're putting Asians at risk. Okay, show me the litany of Asians being lynched because someone said they had Kung Flu. Don't worry, I'll wait.
Act of blatant white supremacy. Someone's always like, oh, but it was black people who committed the most crimes against Asians. Actually, no, statistically, you're just wrong. It was a white person who walked into the Atlanta spa with a pew-pew and murdered 8 people, including 6 Asian women, citing that they were temptations for his sexual fantasies. Sounds about white to me. And for a second, let's just consider that black people were committing as many crimes per capita as white people were against Asian people. That doesn't make them any worse than the white people committing the crimes. So your whataboutism, I'm just going to throw it back in your face because you're trying to distract from the real issue. And it's not just white people who are doing this. It's people in our own community, Asian people, who are perpetuating this anti-black white supremacist myth. Or if we talk about cultural appropriation, people are like, oh, but Wu-Tang Clan. But Megan Thee Stallion cosplayed as an anime character. I don't give a fuck about Megan. I saw that costume. It made me feel loved. And her political activism has always been on the right side and inclusive of everyone. And if they want to talk about like historical clashes between black people and Asian people, literally Asian people were given not very much land to live on in all these cities. And they always put us right next to the black people as like a buffer to separate the black neighborhoods with the Asian neighborhoods and the white neighborhoods. Like we were just that great wall in between the white people and the black people. All of my talking points where I'm defending our culture and our people from these people, I'm not gonna lie, I learned them mostly from listening to black people, from being in community with black people, from
So most of her game that she soaked up was from the blacks, the low IQ, low impulse, savage monkeys. Didn't seem to be low IQ if they're schooling and teaching an Asian chick. Don't seem like they had low impulse control. She doesn't seem a victim of the vile, barbaric black hate. So where is most of these Asians don't even live next to black people. They'll be propped up in a black neighborhood. They'll set up shop there and then move next to the W people who didn't even want them there to begin with. So yeah, we've always been all inclusive, inviting people like, yeah, you can have a nail shop here and you can have a taqueria here. But then when you try to go to those same neighborhoods, show me the black business in Chinatown. Show me the black business in Japantown. Show me the black businesses in Dearborn, Michigan. Right? All of these people, we're people of color, we're minorities, but we don't want to break bread with you niggas though. I mean, we'll cosplay your culture, we'll tether onto your culture, we'll quote MLK. It's just we don't want to live by you niggas. Okay, well just say it with your chest then. Stop pretending we're in this POC coalition.
fuck about Megan. I saw that costume. It made me feel loved. And her political activism has always been on the right side and inclusive of everyone. And if they want to talk about like historical clashes between black people and Asian people, literally Asian people were given not very much land to live on in all these cities. And they always put us right next to the black people as like a buffer to separate the black neighborhoods with the Asian neighborhoods and the white neighborhoods. Like we were just that great wall in between the white people and the black people. All of my talking points where I'm defending our culture and our people from these people, I'm not gonna lie, I learned them mostly from listening to black people, from being in community with black people, from having black people in my life. Talking to them and reading their literature has helped give voice to a lot of these things that I've been feeling my entire life that took me out of this like fiction of being their model minority. And now I really see it, because if I had stayed that model minority, then I'd be causing a lot less trouble for white people. And they're not the majority in America anymore. They're only the plurality. And they know that the second that all of us non-white folks banded together, they would lose everything they've ever had.
My only problem with ICE is that they're going after every minority group except black people. I mean, you're trying to reduce crime. You're just giving them more room to breathe. But I understand. Can you imagine the shape you have to be in to deport black people?
Did y'all feel all that hate? That was not a joke. That was just hate, because there's nothing funny about wishing harm on another community. It's nothing funny to wish that harm comes to another community. The Black Americans in the audience were not laughing, and this man clearly is not living up to his stereotype of being smart, because there's no such thing as an undocumented Black American. Black Americans cannot be deported. And he want to talk about crime. Let's talk about the massage parlors, right? All that human trafficking, all that smex trafficking. Where do you think the terms came from? Me love you long time. Human trafficking, smex trafficking. Maybe ICE need to pay K-Town a visit. Maybe ICE need to pay Chinatown a visit, because I'm pretty sure they could save a lot of kidnapped women, a lot.
Yeah, for all the pro-lifers, and let me just pull this down too, because like I said, I salute to bro, because yeah, the dude is not living up to his name of being a model minority. It's like, dude, why are you just lying? You know I like to pull the stuff up in real time. Blacks aren't being deported. Huh? Black Americans aren't immigrants, so they can't deport us. African and Caribbean immigrants in the United States experience higher, y'all know what higher means, right? Higher deportation rates than any other immigrant groups. Blacks aren't being deported. Actually, they're being deported higher than any other immigrant group. And not only that, they have the smallest number, but nobody is saying, but per capita. Trends and statistics. Research shows that Black immigrants, including those from African and Caribbean nations, are deported at a disproportionately higher rate compared to other immigrant populations, even after controlling for criminal history. For example, while Black immigrants represent only 7% of the U.S. immigrant population. So when Biden opened up the borders, only 7% were African and Caribbean combined. Close to 75% were all Hispanic, mainly white, lighter, brighter Hispanics. So not only do they make up 7% of the U.S. immigration population, they account for 20% of the deportations. So this is well disproportionate. This is at a higher rate than the Latino and Asian immigrants. So when he's saying the only issue is they're not deporting Black people, yeah, they're deporting Black people at a higher rate than anyone else. Where are all the per capita idiots? This dude is a model minority. He's supposed to be a math whiz. He should be able to figure this out, unless he's just masking his bigotry, you know, and trying to push it as a fact. But no, it's a lie. Don't have to take my words for it. Look it up. But I've done you the liberty of bringing it up for you. All right. So now, one more thing before I commence the video. And like I told you, I won't be here for a long time, but it will be a strong time. So here we go again about the Asian illicit massage parlors, or some Some call them IMBs, illicit massage brothels. Y'all know what a brothel is. So illicit massage parlors often engage in various criminal activities. It's not just one, it's multiple ones, including sex trafficking, labor trafficking, conspiracy of immigration fraud, and money laundering. So the trafficking is just one thing. It's multiple forms of trafficking, right? They say that blacks are too low IQ and they don't own anything. But guess who does own things? Asians, right? This is their culture, right? They talk about blacks have a degenerate culture. Having an illicit massage parlor, that's not degenerate. Trafficking people, paying people under the table, slave wages, that's not degenerate. Hold on, let's pull this other stuff up again, right? Because he wants the blacks deported, even though they are being deported. But okay, let's see what else we got here. And y'all can just go through. Y'all see all this stuff. They have the Human Trafficking Institute that is tracking this stuff, right? Is this not a cultural issue? Who raised these people? Massage parlor, human trafficking. Who do you think owns all these massage parlors? Surely it's not the blacks. So who is it then? Right? How a madam at a Chinese parlor, you know, all these other stories. Asian massage workers remain criminalized. Are most Asian massage parlors human trafficking? Impact of illegal massage parlors on sex trafficking. So it's a litany of people talking about these disgusting, you know, sometimes pedo rings, because many of those people working in the massage parlors are underage. Many of them are undocumented, but people like Donald Trump and ICE, they're not going into the illicit massage parlors because they want that lummy long time. That's fine. But just stop trying to pretend as if this isn't your culture. See, they'll say Sexy Red and Megan Thee Stallion twerking. That's black culture. Okay, fine. Megan Thee Stallion, Sexy Red, twerking. That's black culture. But you trafficking kids, labor trafficking, committing all sorts of fraud, that's not your culture? Make it make sense. Let's get back into the video. And like I said, I won't be here for a long time, but it will be a strong time. So I'll be getting ready to shut it down pretty soon. But let's play some more of the video.
People.
Did y'all feel all that hate? That was not a joke. That was just hate.
More room to breathe. I mean, you're trying to reduce crime. You're just giving them more room to breathe. But I understand. Can you imagine the shape you have to be in to deport black people?
Did y'all feel all that hate? That was not a joke. That was just hate. Because there's nothing funny about wishing harm on another community. It's not.
So I usually don't respond to low IQ lunatic comments like this, but I will. Blacks need to learn to stop hating themselves before others will. So not all black people hate themselves. So stop generalizing us. And many Asians hate themselves. So since we want to generalize, should I generalize Asians? This is why many Asians want to get with a white dude. They prefer white dudes over their own Asian brethren, largely because they hate themselves. And this is also a cowardly response as well. If Asians are supposed to be smarter, the model minorities, and have superior culture, why are they hating on anyone at all? Are you saying that they're so influenced by the black community that, hey, the black community is doing it, so we have to do it, right? This shit wouldn't even make any sense. So it's like, oh yeah, Asians are only hating on black people because other black people hate black people. Well, if that's the case, then say it with your chest, right? If this was valid and legitimate, then say, hey, yes, us Asians hate you blacks because other blacks hate each other. Don't try to run behind it and say, y'all hate yourselves and that's why other groups do this. No, nigga, speak for yourself. And I don't even know if you're black, you know, especially, you know, with a name like that. Like, who are you? Reveal yourself. You know what I mean? So no Asian or any minority group or any human being is being forced to hate another, right? No one is being forced to be racist. So this is a kind of low IQ lunatic and a cowardly commentary.
Nothing funny to wish that harm comes to another community. The Black Americans in the audience were not laughing, and this man clearly is not living up to his stereotype of being smart, because there's no such thing as an undocumented Black American. Black Americans cannot be deported. And he want to talk about crime. Let's talk about them.
Another low IQ comment. How about every race has races and move on? How about you move on? Why are you here actually, right? You could have moved on by not leaving this comment. Instead, you leave a whiny comment telling people to move on to another stream. You know what I mean? And no, we're talking about America. Black people are not racist in America. They can be bigoted, they can be prejudiced, but in order to be a racist, you have to have some sort of infrastructure and institutional power. You can't on one hand say that they're low IQ and don't have any power because they didn't organize, but then they're racist and able to dictate what? What laws have Black people implemented on you? What Jim Crow has Black people implemented? What eminent domain, sharecropping, and debt peonage have Black people implemented? So no, they can be bigoted and prejudiced, but no, racism is a system. And it requires you to have control of that system and power over that system, which they don't have. So try again with the low IQ comments. And how about you move on? Or I might just do you a favor and move you along, right? Because, you know, let me just go ahead and put you in a timeout so you can sit in the corner and think about your incompetence.
Massage parlors, right? All that human trafficking, all that smex trafficking. Where do you think the terms came from? Me love you long time. Human trafficking, smex trafficking. Maybe ICE need to pay K-Town a visit. Maybe ICE need to pay Chinatown a visit, because I'm pretty sure they could save a lot of kidnapped women, a lot of women that's being trafficked from these industries. So it's funny how, you know, nobody wish harm. The Black American community never wish harm on another community, but the hate is always out there towards Black Americans. No one's even thinking about Asians, right? And you have this joke. What about the ICE jokes? The people who's rounding people up, right? Then Trump said like 80% ICE agents was like Latino or something like that. What about the jokes towards the Latino community that's actually rounding y'all up, all right?
So this sounds like a kind of toxic feminist comment that, it sounded like you had some points, but then you kind of went to this kind of incoherent blather, but yet you Black men stand outside. So why are you generalizing it and making a gender specific argument? Isn't this about Black people? But no, you want to try to single out Black men. But what about the Black women? What nail parlors are the Black women going to? Surely it's not Black owned parlors. So why are you even saying that? There have been multiple videos of Asian people beating the crap out of Black women, calling Black women monkeys and niggers, and then some of them still line up. Where you Black women getting their bundles from, right? But here you are talking about Black men. See, when I'm speaking about Black people, I'm talking about the community. I'm not singling out Black women do this and Black men do that. Like, come on now. But you says, but yet Black men stand outside of their business all day, every day, running in and out of their businesses. And this is a lie too, right? It's 24 hours in a day. So you're saying all day they're just going back and forth. Here, let me go to this Asian shop. Here, let me go to, it's like, now you're kind of gaslighting, and this is where the incoherent blather comes in, buying 40s, weed, etc. Stop supporting these people. Finally, I concur with this. Stop supporting them. But if you are a black woman, which I don't know if are you even black at all? Because if you're not, whatever you're saying is completely invalid. But if you are a black woman, go preach this to black women. Tell them to stop getting their bundles. Tell them to stop getting their nails done. Don't try to wag your fingers at the men about what the men is doing. The men will handle what the men need to do. And you go preach to the women, if you even are a black woman, because no one knows.
Man, the hate is real. There
is nothing black Americans have faced and not passed through it.
He was so gagged off Asians, black community, and it pisses
Deporting blacks. He's wondering why ICE is not coming for black Americans. But
the Asian community is literally so anti-black, and it literally fucking pisses me off. Like, we are literally so uneducated, uninformed, just misinformed, everything about the black community, and it pisses me off. And like, it just boggles my mind how a lot of Asians see black people as beneath them. I shit you not, I literally saw someone on my story and I literally was so gagged. Like, I was like, are you serious right now? And I sent him a message, ask him if he's being serious about this. This guy is Bhutanese. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, but like, I guess he got like some kind of spray tan or whatever because he's doing some kind of stupid movie shoot or whatever. Roy posts on his story and says, because his skin is like 10 shades darker or something, he said, "Can I say the N-word now?" with a ninja emoji next to it. I slid up so fucking quick and I asked this man, are you fucking serious right now? And yes.
And this is why I got the new merch coming soon. All slurs matter. Why should the N-word reign supreme? Asians have their own slur. You know what I mean? It rhymes with brink. You know what I mean? There's one that rhymes with spook. You guys have your own slurs, but fine. Since you abandoned them and you don't want to use them, I will use them for you. But don't worry, it will be done in an endearing term. I don't mean it like that. I mean it like the way y'all say nigga. It's just a word. Yeah, and so are all these other slurs. So I don't mind if I do keep saying them. But remember, I'm saying it endearingly.
Is like 10 shades darker or something. He said, "Can I say the N-word now?" with a ninja emoji next to it. I slid up so fucking quick and I asked this man, are you fucking serious right now? And guess what? That man left me on red. Need I say again that he is not black? He is Bhutanese from Bhutan or whatever the fuck you pronounce it. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. Quite honestly, like, the Asian community is literally so underhandedly racist to the black community, and it just, like, not to mention the black community is one of the most supportive of marginalized groups that has ever, like, uplifted the Asian community and actually put effort into supporting us. I'm probably going to piss a lot of Asians off for saying that, but it's literally the truth, and I fucking see it for what it is.
Black Americans are not immigrants. Like the way Asian.
So why would the truth push a bunch of turn a bunch of Asian Americans off, right? Aren't you the model minorities? Y'all believe in the truth. And that's pretty much the video right there. The rest of it is this dude is giving his commentary. But if y'all want to go watch the video, I told y'all where y'all could find it at. I just want to come in and tap in with the people briefly. So this is the time where I'm about to shut her down. But y'all get it, man. This is nothing new. This is nothing shocking. Anti-Blackness is global. Everyone. And then here we have this person right here, an idiot. Get an actual job, folks. Well, here's a job. My job is to put you on timeout. Clearly, this person doesn't. And you didn't really think this one through, right? Clearly, you're not working. If you were at work, you wouldn't be watching the stream, leaving idiotic comments like that, right? If you're working, why are you watching me? You should actually get a job, right? Hey, fool. Take your own advice. So I'm going to put you on a timeout so you can go fill out some applications because clearly you're broke and don't have a job. So I'm going to help you with that. Use Indeed.com, snag a job, Craigslist. Yeah, Don't worry. Okay, cool. Yeah, because, you know, like I said, we don't mind people coming in, trolling, having contrarian views, but bring some scholarship, have some level of sophistication with what you're talking about. But yeah, so that's the stream. I'll probably hit y'all with another one later, or I definitely will be going live tomorrow for sure. And shout out to Damage. But yeah, it says they are not God's people. We don't hate from nature, but they do. We just match energy nowadays, but we shouldn't stoop to their level. Well, I'm not stooping to their level. If I was stooping to their level, I would be trying to find someone like Ed Bloom and put a case in front of the Supreme Court to tear down affirmative action, right? They try to go at us legally and, you know, demonize us in the courts, on the media. We don't do that. All we do is respond back to their hate and vitriol. That's not hate or disdain. It's a reaction. But I want to salute everyone that's viewing this concurrently and the people that will be watching this on the replay. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world. Y'all chose to be here with me, at least momentarily. And for that, I thank you. But before we get up out of here, you know, I gotta hit you. Yeah. Hey. B-Eazy Dat Dude, shit so hot it's burning up. Just go ahead and turn this up. I bring the pain like an aftermath of a car wreck. It's a lot of niggas that say they real, but to me that shit is far-fetched. Them cats is pussy. They really is on some feminine stuff. I ride up on them with the 40 ounces. The definition of adrenaline. What it do is sweet like cinnamon puffer. My niggas is rough like Willow Pass. Grew up out on Mary Mac, but I used to hang on Willow Pass. These birds that I roll with, outcasts and misfits. Better zip lips when you get hit. When the fifth spit, flatline in your Fitbit. Trap habits is black magic, no voodoo. Get the bands like Buku. For the cocaine, they go cuckoo. Most these niggas is foo-foo, so I'm shitting on them like doo-doo. I can't fuck with y'all like tofu. I'm just saying, man, like Goku. Bad bitches at the house with me watching Netflix or Roku. Fuck them both at the same time, and I swear to God it was so cool. Street legend, real boss, I call shots cause I'm still saucy. I know some G's to the bike crack on shite racket and fly back out the mill. When they hear me flow, they say I be burning up, burning up. Cookie to the draw is what we burning up, burning up. What you ain't know, oh, we burning up, burning up. This shit so hot, it's burning up. Just go ahead and turn this up. When you hear me flow, say I be burning up, burning up. Cookie to the draw is what we burning up, burning up. What you ain't know, oh, we burning up, burning up. This shit so hot, it's burning up. Just go ahead and turn this up.
B-Eazy Dat Dude. B-Eazy Dat Dude. Yeah, they know the name. Stacking up the paper, but having money ain't a thing. Standing on business, burning hotter than a flame. From the block to the boardroom, you gotta stand the rain. B-Eazy Dat Dude. Yeah, they know the name. Stacking up the paper, but having money ain't a thing. Standing on business, burning hotter than a flame. From the block to the boardroom, you gotta stand the rain. B-Eazy Dat Dude, yeah, they know the name. B-Eazy Dat Dude. at?